with Professor Shibli Islam in the studio. We've heard Norman Floyd opening up about this topic, but Donald Trump still has not given any kind of order. But sources say that we are expected to see some military action later this weekend. What are your observations?
Well, the press secretary, she said that there is a still chance, there is a still hope that Iran could make the deal. So President Trump is hoping against the hope that Iran will make the deal. And of course, the second warship that is, getting close to Iran. So there is a possibility that there might be a war. The plethora of events that's been going on in all over the world is quite alarming. It's astonishing that the UN is still quiet, because UN is about to fail if Trump actually intervene Iran now. And there is a possibility that Israel might go on an out and out war with Iran as well. So these plethora of events will will give a wrong signal to the world community, especially the peace-loving countries like us or the non-aligned movement countries. Now it's time for them to reconsider their position, because whether UN is working, world order will severely damaged. It will be severely damaged if this war goes on, because it gives open license to Russia to go on Ukraine. It gives an open license to China to intervene in Taiwan. So somehow all the superpowers will have the legitimacy if President Trump now invades Iran or intervenes into Iran. So we are hopeful that the talks that's been going on in Switzerland, that will bear fruit, and unlike President Trump, we will hope for a justifiable or just solution between the two countries. The doctrine of intervention, non-intervention is nearly failing. It is becoming an absolute fiasco in all over the world. So for the peace-loving countries, this is a hard taste for them. This is a test of the patience as well for the European countries, because we are in a situation that every world order will be collapsed. Now there will be no control over China, because China could intervene anyone, especially the Taiwan will be in grave danger. Hong Kong will be in, so those regions will be unstable. Middle East will be severely unstable by this intervention. You have to understand, these Arab communities, they're interlinked or interconnected with each other. Look, the non-authorized intervention by George W. Bush, Junior George W. Bush to Iraq, and definitely later on, it brought intervention by the Europeans into, Gaddafi's, territory. So that gives them the open license. And definitely from those unlawful intervention, which is severely illegal in international law, just because of the fact that international community didn't stand up against those illegal intervention, the IS was created. And ever since, the Middle East is actually destabilized. IS, Islamic State, becomes one of the greatest impediments towards establishment of peace in Middle East. So the very UN Charter, Article 27 says that any member will not interfere in any internal matter of any state until that internal matter affects international peace and security. Now President Trump has his, he has his own explanation that Iran's having nuclear power is actually getting stronger for destabilizing Middle East. Right. But this unlawful intervention, which is illegal in international law, which is absolute violation of UN Charter as well, will definitely destabilize all the Arab nations. And later on, if you have to understand, when bigger power strikes, when one region and because of the position of the Middle East, it's right, it's right in the middle. So it will hamper the trades, it will hamper the international business, and international communities will be, largely affected by this conflict in the region, because our, all the nations, almost all the nations are heavily actually dependent on oil.
Correct.
So oil price will be destabilized, and the the countries which are strong supporters of non-aligned movement, now they will rethink their strategy in terms of international relation as
Right.
well.